Hello everyone and welcome to this presentation on the fundamentals of computer architecture and data representation. Whether you are a student just starting to learn about computers or you are interested in understanding how technology works behind the scenes, this video will give you the foundation you need to explore how computers process and store data. These are the contents we are going to discuss today. Identification of internal components of a CPU. Before looking at the components of a CPU, let's first understand what a CPU is. CPU is the main components of a computer. Simply, the brain of a computer. It also called central processor, main processor, or just processor, is the most important processor in a given computer. The control processing unit manages the operating system and application software. Now let's see the components of a CPU. Internal components of a CPU is control unit, arithmetical and logical unit, and immediate access store. Control unit. Control unit has three main jobs. It controls and monitors the hardware attached to the system to ensure that the commands given to it by the application software are carried out accurately and efficiently. For example, if you send something to printer, the control unit keeps checking that the instructions are sent to the printer correctly. It controls the input and the output of data so that the signals go to the correct place at the correct time. Lastly, it controls the flow of the data within the CPU. After that, let's discuss about immediate access to. Immediate access to hold the critical data and essential programs required in real time by the control unit. The CPU reads the data and the programs keep on the backing storage and temporarily store them in IAS. The CPU needs to access backing storage because it's too slow to run applications directly from it. Lastly, arithmetical and logical unit. A combinational digital circuit that performs arithmetic and bitwise operations on integer binary numbers. Arithmetical logical unit consists of two types: arithmetical parts and logical parts. The arithmetical parts perform calculations of their data, for example, addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. The logical parts deals with logical comparisons, for example, greater than, less than, etc. Now let's discuss about the four primary functions of a processor. There are four primary functions of a CPU. The first one is fetch. The CPU fetches the instructions one at a time from the main memory into the register. It means the processor retrieves instructions from the program memory in the system's RAM through the fetch operation. This process is crucial for the system performance. And the second one is decoding. In the decode step, the processor breaks down the fetched instruction, getting ready for quick execution. The third function is execute. We can tell simply execute means carrying out the instructions. Let me explain. In the execute step, the processor performs the decode instructions affecting system and the program state. The last and fourth function, write back. In the write back step, the processor writes back the results and exclusion. Our next topic is how hardware components work together. Let us see about the memory type. Random access memory. Random access memory is crucial as it temporarily stores the data and instructions that the computer is currently using and processing. It is a volatile storage device. That means that if the computer power off, RAM's contents pass from the site and lost. Similar to the CPU, RAM installed into the motherboard. It's significantly faster to read from and write to than secondary storage options such as hard disk drive, solid state drive, or optical drives. When the computer is in use, its RAM will contain a operation system software along with any applications and data that are currently being accessed and processed. Now let us see about input-output devices. What is the purpose of input and output devices? Data and instructions are fed to the computer system using input devices, and output is when the processed data can be seen, heard, or touched by the user. For example, keyboard is a common example for input device. The keyboard is designed with the format of a conventional typewriter. It provides key for additional function. Monitor. It is a output device. Computer monitors are used for visual output on a screen. Motherboard. A motherboard is a circuit board inside general purpose computing systems, including personal computers, smart televisions, smart monitors, and other similar devices, which supports communication between different electronic components and houses components such as the CPU, memory, etc. Our next topic is different types of storage media and their purpose. There are three types of storage media, and the first one is optical media. Since data stored digitally on a disk is read and written by the laser beam, it is called optical media. Optical media is commonly used to carry data and information, and there are several types. For example, CD, DVD, Blu-ray. Let us see what is solid state drive. SSD store data on flash memory or non-volatile memory. They are fast and more power efficient compared to HDD and with no movable parts inside. They tend to be more durable. Operating system applications and program files commonly reside on SSD drives. magnetic storage media. It records information on a tape or on a rotating disk (HDD) by means of magnetic field. Tape is very often used for backups, whereas HDD are utilized for secondary storage in both computer and servers. For example, hard disk drives, magnetic tapes. Let's see how data represent in a computer system. By the four ways data are representing in a computer system. The first one is binary. A computer can only elected by electrical signals because computer is an electronical device. Binary use two base numeral system to represent the data in a computer system. And the second one is decimal. Decimal use base 10 to represent data in a computer system. Human using 10 characters to numbers and 26 characters to English words. The third one is ASCII. Let's see what is ASCII is. The first widespread encoding scheme in an American Standard Code for information interchange. It is only limited for 128 characters. The last one is Unicode. Unicode enables computer to represent and multiple text for various writing systems around the world. Unicode is an universal character encoding scheme. How encryption can be used to represent data. Let us see how encryption represents data in a computer system. Encryption makes the data meaningless. In case the data has been hacked, they cannot read the data without the secret key. By using the encryption, we can protect our data from the hackers. There are two types of encryption. The first one is symmetric encryption. In the symmetric encryption, we need to use the same key to encrypt and decrypt. The second one is asymmetric encryption, using a pair of key to encrypt and decrypt. It means one public key for encryption and another key for decryption. Let's move to another topic. How image and sounds are represented in a computer system. First of all, let us see how images are represented in a computer system. Images are represented in a computer system in a two ways. The first one is bitmap and second one is vector. What is bitmap? Pixels get arranged in a row or column close to each other to produce graphical image. A digital graphic is an array of rectangular pixels called a bitmap. Vector image style. Vector image created by collection of straight or curved lines. Quality is not changed when the size is changed. It needs more memory space to save. Sounds. Computer systems are always represented in a binary form. So, to represent the sound, first of all, it must converted into binary form. To do this, sound is capturing usually by a microphone and then to converting into digital signals. And this is how image and sounds are present in a computer system. Next topic is logic gates and their purpose. Logic gates. What is mean by logic gates? Circuit which enable buildings of certain logical conditions using binary values and which enable making certain decisions are called logic gates. According to the way that the circuits are used, logic gates can be classified into two types: basic logic gates and combination logic gates. There are three basic logic gates: AND gate, OR gate, and NOT gate. AND gate. The purpose of AND gate is to give true output when all inputs are true. OR gate. The purpose of OR gate is to give if the output is true if at least one of the input is true. NOT gate. This gives the output the opposite value of the input. Combinational logic gates. NOR gate. The purpose of the NOR gate is where the output is true only when its input is false. NAND gate. The purpose of the NAND gate is where the output is false only when its input is true. Computer networks. Computer networks are used to connect multiple computers to transfer data. According to geographical distribution, the computer networks are classified as follows: LAN, MAN, WAN. Local area network LAN. This LAN network is connected to computer within a geographical area like offices, houses and shops. Metropolitan area network. This MAN network is connected a large area than the local area network like banking units network. Wide area network. This network is used in a wide area, for example, outside the country or within the country. Our next topic is hardware, software, and transmissions media used in a computer network. Hardware. Hub or switch. Hub or switch is a mediator that builds connection between two or more computers. The main difference between hub and switch is hub sends the data to the all computers, but switch sends the data to the relevant computer. The next one is router. Router is a device that helps us to connect two or more computer networks. Software. Firewall. Firewall is a network security. A firewall operates as a secured barrier between internet and network in exchanging data among computers. Network management software. Network management software monitor and manage network performance, troubleshoot issues, and manage security. Transmission media, fiber optic cable, and coaxial cable. Fiber optical cable consists of a pair of fan cables. There is a plastic jacket to separate the two cables. Core is a glass tube and there is a glass cladding around it. The data transmission is carried out by while reflecting light. Coaxial cable. This consists of an electronic cable pair. The output cable, which is like a Braided copper net produce electromagnetic field around the central cable. The next topic is a range of World Wide Web technologies. World Wide Web, the hypertext document that is also a system of interlinked multimedia file access through the internet is World Wide Web. Internet contains a huge amount of information. The main service which provide the information is World Wide Web. Our last content is different types of computer network topology and their purpose. Network topology. What is network topologies? A network topology is a physical and logical arrangement of nodes and connection in a network. There are many ways to connect computer to make complex networks. Bus topology, star topology, mass topology, and hybrid topology. Bus topology. In bus topology, all the connections are established through a main cable. This cable can be called a backbone because if there are any issues with the cable, it affects all the computer in the network. This design is easy in networking and favor cables are required. The performance of network deteriorate under heavy loading. Star topology. This is a commonly used design and is built by centralizing a switch or hub and computers. It is easy to improve by simply installing and upgrading the hub and more secure. If one of the connection is broken, it only affects only the particular nodes. If the central hub or switch fails, the whole network goes down. Mass topology. All the computers in the network are connected with each other. This is a complex connection pattern. It is costly and difficult to control. However, a breakdown of one computer does not affect the connection in a network. Mass networking can be found on the internet. The last one is hybrid topology. A hybrid network is mixed of two or more different topologies. Hybrid topology is efficiency, adaptability, and scalability, and it is expensive. Difficulties in implementation. Thank you.